The shock of the pandemic endured by households around the world has pushed the identity and operation of living spaces and highlighted the urgent need for a new architectural conception of domesticity and collectivity. Staying at home and shrinking our daily footprints have compressed our spatial needs into our homes, and this in turn has forced multifunctionality into spaces previously conceived for minimal occupancy. In this new world, the modernist rectangle box's room is no longer able to keep up with its inhabitants' demand. While they are praised for their open-endedness, their flexibility is intolerant of specific demands, and inhabitants are constructing barriers to delineate spatial zones and introduce variety. The purist conception of a room is besmirched, its neglect of the nuanced scale of various functions each room performs is exposed. While pure rooms are commonly referenced in design, impure rooms are the norm. These ordinary rooms are punctured and cropped by practical demands such as plumbing, structure, vents, and ad hoc transformations like art, nail and wall, curtains, furniture, damage from aforementioned inhabitations, etc. This persistent utilitarian attitude results in dented and homey volumes full of nooks and crannies. While often dismissed as careless resolution of architectural problems, these nooks, once lived in, have revealed their accidental purpose as implicit subdivision of spaces that appeal to the scales of different human activities. Curious of the potential of these nooks, I've assembled together 5 lived-in rooms. These rooms are arranged into a ring, and by placing the flattest wall at the exterior, it retains a neutral square as its outer boundary, allowing the building to be tolerant of the different activities that take place inside, while being ambiguous of their details and nuances. More importantly, it enables the building to be read as a unified whole. This enforced neutrality on the exterior results in a craggy interior envelope that serves the utilitarian needs of the building. This envelope is a core that acts as the main structure, plumbing, and auxiliary servicing of the building, yet it is not pure utility. Once the residences are placed over 2 floors, the diverse programmatic demands of the meeting house adapts and negotiates with the irregular interior to generate spatial variety and surprising connections between rooms. While collective programs fit snugly into the irregularity of the core, vertical circulation is inserted with the distinct formal language of circles. These circles are bounded and cropped within the core to establish a mannerist reading of both circles and nooks that shift away from the utilitarian roots this project began with. Through reconfiguring and conjoining found rooms, bedrooms are chained together to produce collective living spaces. Acknowledging the found condition of each room, windows are placed on center to the interior composition of walls, resulting in an exterior composed of misaligned and off-kilter square windows. While these rooms are delineated through lightweight and somewhat temporal steel stud walls, the thick concrete wall that forms the reimagined core is punctured by doors that lead to communal spaces, circulation, and bathrooms, as well as by windows that grant inhabitants with a view inwards. When living spaces adjoin other programs such as a bar or a gym, windows between them allow for intriguing visual connections. Not only do the different programs adapt to the irregular concrete wall, floor plates are delimited by the geometry of the core. As a result, double-height spaces such as the primary dining area provide vertical adjacencies that allow for interactions between different levels of the building. Similarly, the roof is bounded by the core to create an outdoor lounge space on the top floor. Altogether, the conception of this building from already lived-in spaces offer an inclusion of deep-seated spatial needs that escape simple analysis to create an architectural ballad of individuality and collectivity.